I've traced Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, and SpongeBob SquarePants 500 times each, but it's about time I do a character I'm less familiar with, and that is Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. I did watch some One Piece as a kid, but it's definitely less ingrained in my mind than the other three. It's pretty hard to find iconic characters that I'm not familiar with at all, so this'll do. But leave some suggestions down below if you want. Now, if you're new here, what I'm gonna do is trace the original picture, then trace the tracing of that picture, trace the tracing of the tracing, so on and so forth until I've done 500. Then we watch a full animated progression and compare the first to the last. Right, let's do the first tracing. As always, I'm going to try to draw the first one pretty accurately, and I'm going to time it, and then I'm going to speed up after that, I would hope. Okay, let's do the first tracing. I think I'm going to stay zoomed out. That is a good time saver. I'd rather not have this take 30 hours. I really can't get the head shape. I think the first one's actually gonna look quite bad. Oh, the air is so complicated. Maybe for the first time, I will not care what the first one looks like. I'm gonna try to not undo, at least not much. I haven't put much thought into it, but I think this is more complicated than SpongeBob. So many strands of hair. I'm not gonna draw the, like, texture on the hat. I think this one has the biggest potential for getting absolutely cooked. This feels more complicated than I initially thought. And I am not done because I have to draw the pupils. Okay, done, right? Yes, that took 508. That's not too bad. Okay, so here's the first tracing. Seems fairly on point. Let's see how long that lasts. Alright, last I'm seeing of the original for quite some time. Okay, second tracing. Yeah, that air is confusing. Would have made more sense to do this 6 months ago when the Netflix show came out. But I hadn't started these videos yet. I somehow feel like I've ruined the ears already. I wonder if the hat will get either gigantically huge or microscopically tiny. That was less than 4 minutes. Cool. Projected time 33 hours. Obviously that's gonna speed up, so we're actually looking pretty good. Right, gonna do this 498 more times. I'll see you in a bit. I'm done. Took so long that my hair shrunk. It actually only took 15 hours, which is kind of fast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's cooked beyond belief. More so than the other three I've done. I'm going to now look at number one, which I haven't seen in at least a week. Holy. So, some things I thought happened did happen, but I didn't think it would be this extreme. Okay, let's look at the time lapse. Right, so the key differences here are mainly elongation, especially of the neck. His head shrunk into a little raisin, but the body expanded, especially the right side. That's kind of what happened with Peter. I don't know if it was right or left, but that's essentially what happened. I definitely simplified the ears. Proportions are just out of whack. The hair looks really dumb. Basically, everything looks a lot goofier. He's become a pinhead.
Who you calling pinhead?
Honestly, the nose is kind of more accurate than I thought it would be. Massive forehead at the end. The hair strands, the bangs were reaching the eyebrows initially. Mr. Cyan Gaming said I should compare the first to the 23rd and the 500th, since 23 is the logarithmic halfway. So this is 1, this is 23, 250, 500. I think 23 looks pretty close to 1, or at least closer to 1 than it does to 250. 250 does look about halfway, So I guess it changed pretty linearly this time. That's fascinating. I mean, 250 is definitely closer to 500. Maybe halfway is like 114. And here is the onion skin for all 500 tracings. Yes, this is every single drawing laid on top of each other. You can kind of see the original, like here's the original eye. You kind of see the ear. There's actually quite a large gap of not a single brush stroke in the middle of his chest. So I guess he didn't drift too far left. I mean, he did drift very far left. So you can see the right edge of the original hat over here. It doesn't really go beyond that, but it slowly shrinks up into the top left. And then I guess it stabilizes, because you can see the darkness, this like thick ring of the hat. Which means I drew in that spot many times. It looks like a trapped soul. You can see like kind of a face just trying to emerge from this deep dark green pit. I do like that I covered pretty much every pixel in this area. Alright, enough yapping about that. Alright, this has been an experience. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you in another video, and goodbye.